Hey guys, it's me, Starless Skies Dolls, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how I did the face up on my sweet blueberry fairy doll. I do apologize for not showing you the whole process. I actually started this doll back in February, which was long before I even seriously considered starting a YouTube channel. So I didn't film that. I do promise I have more Lolita dolls in my Lolita doll series, so I will definitely show you how I did their clothes and hair. I also apologize for the variety of quality in lighting in the videos. My light for my videos actually died halfway through filming this, so yeah, there's about a quarter of the footage that is very poorly lit. So without further ado, let's get into the video. To begin the face up, I start with blushing the face after I put on an initial coat of sealant. How I seal my dolls probably deserves its own video, but I basically use Liquitex matte medium and an airbrush. One thing to note about these haunted line dolls, which is what I'm using as my base, they don't take pastels very well. So you may know that I am really layering on the pastels, but they don't really stick, and it really didn't give me the result I wanted. Next I go in with the eyeliner. I'm outlining it with pencil, but I eventually go over it with paint to make it more opaque. One reason why her eyes are so big is because I actually am repainting an old repaint that I did 3 years ago. So I actually cut these eyes 3 years ago and they were really bad. I'll actually insert a picture of what she used to look like. Next, I'm doing the eyelid creases. I do these before the brows just so I can get everything spaced out. I'm also checking to make sure both sides are even. Now I am just sort of plotting out where I want the brows to be with pastels before going in with pencil just to make the brows more opaque. I also like to go in with a pastel shade similar to the skin tone to add shading around the lips, the nose, and the eyes. Just adding some highlights around the eyelid creases and under the brows. I'm not adding eyelashes this time because I plan to place a lot of glitter in that area and they'll just be covered up, so there's no point in drawing them on. After I put on the final layer of sealant, I'm going in with some Liquitex high gloss varnish to paint a thin layer on to attach the glitter. Then I go in with my sewing pin and just place the glitter. Goal with the glitter was to basically have it act like her blushing, since the pastels did nothing, and I hoped I could save it with some micro glitter because I've done that on previous dolls when the pastels didn't stick, but alas, it did not work. Then I used some tacky glue to apply some rhinestones to her face. I constantly check just to make sure everything's lined up and is even on both sides. In case you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm actually measuring the rhinestones to make sure they're the same size. Here I'm starting the eyes. I actually painted them off camera with some acrylic paint. I thought you guys could handle doing that. Then I add some micro glitter just to give them a bit of shine before adding an initial drop of UV resin and pouring in my glitters. Always put the lid back on the glitter so when you knock it over, it doesn't spill everywhere. I like to use pointed rhinestones for inset eyes because the flat back rhinestones, when you put them in and cover them with resin, they tend to just look like a mirror in the eyes, and I just don't like that. After placing all the glitters I wanted to include, I dome the eyes and then I take them over to my better UV lamp and cure them for 3 sessions, so about 1.5 minutes. So I used to insert the eyes by wrapping them in silicone putty and just shoving them in the head like you do for a BJD doll, but I found that the silicone putty doesn't really like to stick to the vinyl that well, so I'm just pouring in some Fabritac glue and shoving the eyes in and then covering it again with a lot of Fabritac glue and letting it dry and hoping for the best. I also spread it around with a toothpick just to cover everything and for good luck. After I reattach the head to the body, I glue on her head cap. I do this after I put back on the head because sometimes when I'm shoving the head back onto the neck peg, the eyes get dislodged, so I want to fix that before sealing the head together. I also take the time to style her wig with a bit of water. To attach the flowers onto her head, I just used a small bead of Fabritac Glue. These blue flowers you're seeing here were actually the inspiration behind this doll, because they look like blueberries, and I thought, well, a blueberry fairy would be really cute, so I made one. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you're not already following me on my Instagram, you can go follow me at starless.skies.dolls. And if you liked her transformation, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you like seeing more repaints from me, make sure to subscribe. Bye!